G'day scrappers, welcome to today's eWaste nightmare. I just did a pickup and wow, these are battery packs from a UPS I picked up, as well as regular eWaste. They're so heavy, these packs, there's 9 in a pack and there's 16 packs, so that's 144 batteries in one UPS, and that's the front door of the UPS. And it's Eaton 935. It's actually, it was actually brand new. I can show you one of the batteries, and every battery is, hooked up, but then taped up, and so hasn't even been, this is like factory taping, and so it hasn't even been connected yet. I'd imagine that these batteries would be pretty good, except from this pack that split open whilst I was transporting it back. My gosh, the UPS was so heavy, and it still is. The only way I could get it in the van was make it top heavy and tilt it, and then kind of me and another guy slid it in, but I had to obviously take out the batteries to get the weight off the bottom. 144 batteries, that's over probably 100 and nearly 200 kilos of just batteries, or 440 pounds of batteries. And so that's one of the side panels I've just taken off. I managed to get it out, and it kind of slid right down, so that's where all the battery packs were, and so that allowed me to tilt it in and push it in. Otherwise it was even just too heavy to just tilt. But I've still got a problem, and that is that I can't actually lift it up and get it onto its nice wheels, because now I need bottom heavy rather than top heavy, and so I'm kind of stuck. So what I'm left to do is kind of scrap it out on the spot as much as I can to remove. I just took off this side plate to get a bit of weight off, and now I'm trying to get in to see what I can remove. And all I've got so far here is a fan system. I was going to sort of consider trying to resell it, but I just can't move it. Even if I did sell it, well, I suppose someone could come with a truck and a tail lift. Oh well, there's 5 kilos less, and because inside here it would be all transformers and power boards. So I just don't know how to go any further here. I can't really get any more weight out. Yeah, really interesting. Maybe I can get a bit more out, just seeing what's behind this panel. There's probably nothing. Yeah. What have we got? Okay. Oh. It'll be a couple of kilos. So yeah, unfortunately I've got to, it would have been nice if I could just tilt it up, put the panels back on, even put the batteries back in, and maybe I'll unsell it, but it's just not going to work out for me like that, because it's just a nightmare. But I'm thinking, well, there's 144 brand new batteries, and maybe I can do something with the batteries. Yeah. And no doubt when I do get it up, I'm going to find an easy way that I could have gotten some of these out. I just can't see how that's going to work. I mean, I could certainly, I could kind of say, oh, be done with it and just push it back in and just dump it at the scrapyard. But you know, I want to at least get the cable out, and I can't. Yeah, there's nothing to open. So it's even got the packing slip and everything. And apparently, this is a big place that I picked it up from. They bought it, and yeah, what happened was the technicians tried to take it into the IT room, but it wouldn't fit in the door, and obviously it's too heavy to tilt it or anything like that. So they couldn't wheel it into the door, so they just left it and said, no, it's we can't use it. We can't get it in the door. So, you know, it would have been an awesome thing to try and resell, but, you know, like I said, 144 batteries, I reckon I got a chance to, you know, at least, you know, get some return on the batteries. Or maybe I might just keep them myself, build a power wall. I don't know, but if anyone's interested in them batteries, let me know quickly. All right, I'm just going to remove that panel. Yeah, so all I can really do there's one more screw. I've already removed like 50 screws, and even the screws are heavy. One more. So any bit of weight is going to help me. This is a really nice, you know, box. What am I going to do here? Oh yeah, this connects to all the batteries. I'd love to get this whole unit out and with the cable and everything intact, because it's even, you know, it's got a switch here, massive, beautiful thing there. All right, I'm going to try my best to lift it up. Again, okay, I haven't removed much, just this panel and this fan system. Oh well, I'll give it a go. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. I need to be a power lifter for this. Oh. Ah, dear, what a drama. Still got to remove some more weight here. I don't know how I'm going to do that though. I can't. I'll see if I can flip it over and get this other side panel off. Wow, huge heat sinks in there on the old power boards. Oh yeah, a lot of cable on this side, and I think on the rear it's probably all transformers. Gosh. Yeah, it's one of the problems of working on your own. I've got no one to help me here. I don't know if that's going to do it. There might be screws on the other side. I don't know. Yeah. I'll get down. I can't get to the screws on the other side. I didn't think of that. Well, Oh my gosh. There's no point in taking out anything down the bottom here. What's left is only these two things because I want the bottom weight. Yeah, that's right. Forgot what I was trying to do. I've got to flip it on the other side. Just hope it doesn't slide off the... I'd be in a real pickle. I kind of already nearly am. Okay. Don't fall. Thank you. Oh. Okay. Well, that's another panel. It's all buggered there anyway now. What can I do? If I had a factory, I could, be a lot easier in a truck. Okay, that's a bit of nice weight. Wow, look at the size of that power board. Goodness. Wow. I might just have to scrap on the spot and yeah, it's definitely brand new. There's not a speck of dust. With all the fans that suck in the air to keep everything cool, they would suck in dust and that. So, yeah, it's a shame. It's probably worth a hell of a lot of money, but I'm just not in that position. So, I know I'm going to get a hard time from people saying, "Oh, you should have, this." Look, this is way out of my league, really. In what I normally pick up, it's a regular client, so you got to do what you can do. I reckon the manufacturers of this UPS would probably say, "Oh, geez, you could have brought it to us. We would have given you, a couple $1,000 for it." Nothing I can do. Well, it's got serious cable. I want to try and salvage some of this cable if I'm going to keep the batteries. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. Although, it's connecting for all the batteries and to the power board. Wow. Okay, well, I've got a little bit more weight off, so maybe just worried that it's going to fall off the edge. Okay. Probably don't want to really take that out, but okay. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I've had some big heavy things and never really had too much problem getting them out, but this one's just awkward now with the top weight and no bottom weight, and just too much top weight. Oh yeah, I can see the transformers through the grill there, but I don't know how to get into it. But it's on wheels, so it doesn't matter if I can't scrap it completely. I'll just load it back in, The power board's really not much value there. It's just a cable, and there's, probably, it's a good cable. So, all right, leave it with me for a sec. Actually, I'm thinking if I could slide it in a little bit, because it came out too quick. So there's too much, not enough of an angle. So maybe if I can, yeah, forget that. I'll try and pull a bit in. If I can get it more of a tilt on it. Hang on, leave it with me. Oh man, I just got to get about 20 kilos off it. Oh, don't go. All right. Scrap session from the back of the van. By the looks of it. I'll see if the board comes out. What do we got? Mixture of Torx, non-Torx. Even some of the screws, take out as many screws, it still reduces a bit of weight. We'll get them down. Wow. Okay. All right, well that's a few more kilos. Oh, come on. Yeah, big job for, well, really not much value. I mean, it's okay, but I probably got more value because I got a bin in there and a bin here. So they had two of my bins, and I dropped the bins off before Christmas. So I'm glad I got my bins back because I didn't replace them. Because normally they stack everything on a pallet anyway. Okay. Okay. Wish I could see. Might be able to slide out those modules if I can. That would be awesome, but I mean, we're scrapping it anyway, so whether I scrap it here or at the back, oh, there's one board. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now I've kind of undone. Okay. Well, that would help. So I don't. All I need to really do is just cut these wires, because I don't need the wires all the way up. I can always, if I needed to, reuse the wires. I could always splice new connectors onto them, easy. Well, not splice, just connect new connectors. It's quite thick copper wire, probably worth stripping this wire if I wasn't going to use it. Okay. Well, this will certainly reduce some of the weight, and this might be all I need to do to get it out. Yes. Oh yeah, that's a heavy bugger. That's good. Whew. Okay. There's some copper buzz bars. That's nice. Well, we're scrapping, so let's keep scrapping. Wow. Scrapping a massive UPS, a very unusual scrap, because it would have been nice to do something better with it. Oh, there we go. It looks copper, but it's kind of, it's got the, I was wondering why it was shiny in the threads. It's just got the little cap threads. You pop them out, and there you go. About $12 worth of copper. Copper's really a good price at the moment, I tell you. All right. Okay. I think I'm in business. I can slide out the modules now. Oh yeah. So the modules, those copper buzz bars, were hooked on to the three, connecting the three modules together, and that's why I couldn't get it out. So it makes sense now. So that was just kind of like an accidental thing. Certainly didn't think that was going to do the job for me. Okay. Whew. And then all that's should probably be left would be the transformers. Oh yeah, yeah baby. Oh, the transformers are here as well. Oh yeah. Oh, thank goodness. There's our transformer packs. Wow. They're decent sized transformers. And a power board with some giant capacitors. And a nice heatsink. Oh yeah. That's 15 or so kilos. They even made the housing, looks like stainless steel or aluminium to make it lighter. But oh wow, one more and we're in business. There's just going to be a matter of just cleaning up the wire. I can wheel it in and do that and have a rest. I'm sweating like a pig. It's a bit humid, and getting too old for this, I reckon. You know, I mean, geez. Yeah, a lot of good wire to actually strip if I feel like it. Otherwise, I'll probably keep some of this wire. I don't know what else to keep from this. Yeah, I thought, I'm going to get it out of the van and put it all back together, and you know, at least show you what it looked like complete. But I can put the covers back on the door. But this one's got more transformers. That's wow. Yeah, that one's super sized. Alrighty, guys. Even these trays are seriously heavy. I suppose they've got to hold 3, 6, 9, 4 packs of batteries. 36 batteries. All right. Oh God, well that was an interesting scrap, hey. Goodness gracious. So that's it. Still got looks like a card there, probably a control panel inside that. Ooh. Yeah, there's not much there actually. Actually, I might just, it doesn't matter, I can wheel it in. I'm going to take out all the wire and then throw it back in the van and fill the rest up with scrap steel. Take it off to the scrapyard. What's this? A vapor capsule. How's that? Zerust vapor capsule. There's no date installation, they haven't, but you know, it's obviously, I'm going to check that out. I don't know, that's interesting. It's only got a 1 year estimated lifespan. Yeah. It protects metals against rust and corrosion. You get a whole bunch of them, put them in your old car, you know, so it doesn't rust out. All right. So it's what is it? About a bit over 5 foot tall. 5 foot. I don't know. Yeah, about 5.5 foot tall. Hey, geez. Here's our nice door. And that's what it looked like. That's what I was confronted with when it was on a pallet, standing like that, with 2 tie downs strapping it down. There was no way that was coming with me. So the Eaton 9355, and I reckon it's going to be a ripper in value. Yeah, I think they bought it. It was kind of second hand, but kind of new. I'm not really sure. maybe a superseded model, I'm not sure, but yeah, they just couldn't get it into the room, and so they had to ditch it. I even had a couple of guys walk by that worked there, and they said, "Oh, finally getting rid of the UPS, it's been standing there for months." And I said, "Yeah," and they just walked by and said, "Oh, good luck getting it in the van." I said, "Oh yeah, thanks." But I knew it was going to be a big UPS, and I knew my first point of call was going to be to get these battery packs out. So I brought all my tools. I only needed just the electric screwdriver, slid them out, worked out really well. Yeah, so 16 packs of 9, super heavy. Awesome. Alrighty. All right. Well, all I need to do now is just take out my cable. You know, I'm glad that I didn't cut all this up, because I just want to keep this and the wire that's associated with it for now, because each one connects to the will connect to the set of power packs. So as you can see, these are all still taped up, so not installed, and every plug is taped up as well, so that's what they connect into. So I want to keep this with all these, and yeah, can probably rig up, imagine that, rigging up you know, a dozen or so power packs. And yeah, like I said, the batteries, I'm going to look these up. They look what a float voltage 13.5 volts, rating 34 watts per cell. Yeah, so there we go. Battery went flat as usual. So all that's really left to have a look at is one of these modules. These nice heavy things that gave me all that trouble. Yeah, I tell you, I was quite flustered when I started this video, because firstly I was really buggered because I came straight back from the pickup, and it was quite a lot of work, you know, just emptying out these battery packs, and they're so heavy, and then I put them on the ground, and then I had to then load them into the van, and then when I came back before I started the video, I unloaded the battery packs again and stacked them up, and so when it got to the time of trying to take it out of the van, it just did me head in there for a while. I thought, I'm going to be stuck here with my with the UPS probably on the ground in the driveway. So yeah, I wasn't in the right state of mind. Normally I don't have much problems, and you know, I thought I was going to really be stuck, and I thought, here we go, this is going to be a problem. But it worked out in the end. It's amazing when, you know, you start undoing a few screws, how things just sort of fall into place, or kind of scrap themselves out in a way. And yeah, so from what looked like a absolute nightmare, yeah, thank goodness all it was these modules that just needed to slide out, and we were done. So yeah, worked out good in the end, guys. So had to go in and change the battery on the camera, and I thought, well, I'll have a bit of a rest and cool down. So here's part of it, and there's our big heat sink Here's these things. Talk about them. I get a lot of these from VSDs. Yeah, giant capacitors, 450 VDC, and yeah, UK made. Sometimes I get electrical guys that really like capacitors. So we've got a bit of gold plating on these. I'm not really sure what to do with these. I'm building up a few buckets of them because I get a lot of the VSDs and I get the bigger ones. Inside they got the mushy, like silicon, and there's probably silver plating inside. Sometimes gold as well, but not sure about these or what to do with these. Maybe one day I'll play around. So here's a one that's opened. Okay, so that's the gold plating on this side, and then inside you got this gooey silicon stuff over the top, and once again plated. So you'd have to remove this before we start anything. It wouldn't be too hard. Maybe some acetone will just dissolve away all the gooey sticky stuff. And yeah, we've got again gold plating, and then I'd imagine that these bonding wires and stuff would be probably silver. They could be just aluminium, but can always test them out. So I'm just accumulating them, and then you got all these little pins in there. I'm not sure what these are. I'd imagine they'd just be tin plated, or maybe just the aluminium. Yeah, really not sure about these. I reckon they're just aluminium. But this is the main part I want, and one day I might actually try processing them and seeing what I can get out of them. And yeah, just not sure about these. They wouldn't really be, no reason for them to be silver, but you never know. Anyway, let's see what this all looks like, and then I can chill out and have a bit of a break. Just wasn't expecting such a intense day with heavy lifting. Okay, so this is where the transformers are, and most of the weight. Gosh. So they're really long transformers, very unusual. Primo. They're like, it says choke. So not really sure what they are, but I'll probably keep one of the modules just in case, because they're in such a nice little pack here. Might be worth just keeping it. There we go, Primo. Okay, 3K30 choke assembly. Okay, so maybe they're not really transformers in a way. I'm not really sure. They certainly look like transformers to me, but obviously, yeah, it looks like a series. They're regular sized transformers, and say there's 4, 3, 3, 2 and 2. They're kind of like stuck together. Oh, they're buggers. That's what gave me so much grief. All right. Just got this big heatsink here, and yeah, quite stressful day, because I just I thought it was going to just turn out to be a bit of a nightmare. There's a nice copper wire to be stripped. Good gauge, much better value stripping it. So whilst these UPSs, they look, you know, they kind of look like big servers. They look expensive. They're certainly nothing, not as expensive as a server with all motherboards and hard drive. Probably, I'd say obviously the most expensive part of this whole box, even though the box would be, you know, worth a bit because it's a lot of steel, quite heavy steel. It's all about these batteries, really. That's my opinion as far as cost is concerned. Yeah, all about the bats. So I dare say they're not super expensive. Obviously you're paying for technology and stuff, but yeah, nothing like a tower server or something. Just want to get out the giant heatsink. There we go. Yeah, so I haven't been super busy, you know, to be honest. Getting, you know, little jobs here and there. Some of my regulars, and yeah. On the way back from this, I actually got a call for a little pickup, and so I did that on the way back as well. It was only a few PCs and monitors, but I thought, well, they were in my area, so I thought, oh, okay, I'll just I'll hit them on the way back, get it all done. Didn't see these screws in there. Not really sure. I guess I'll have to. As you know, I said I was pretty flustered. I'm still kind of a bit hot and bothered. Just done my head in this UPS. I really thought I was going to get stuck, and I thought, here we go. Just what I needed, you know. And I was starting to think, geez, maybe I shouldn't have picked it up. But I'm glad I did, because I got the batteries that, you know, I think I'll get some good value out of the batteries. Yeah, just couldn't believe at the end how easy it all sort of came apart, and even though it was sideways and all over the place. One more. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, you know, if you're picking up e-waste, you got to make the decision whether you know it's a job for you, or you pass it on to another recycler that you know that can do the job, that it may have a truck with a tilt lift, you know, on the back, something. Although when it's complete, they still probably would have had to take out some battery packs, because a lot of the lifters on the back are at 500 kilo maximum, and so I think even the bigger recyclers would have had a bit of problems with it. Not really sure what's going on here. Okay. That's strange. Maybe this. Ah, there we go. Ah, nice chunk of, well, it's actually pretty sure it's stainless steel. I usually just throw it into aluminium. All right. Oh, there's just a power board. Not a bad looking power board. It's got some IC chips. Can always I'll just probably remove the IC chips, put them in with ICs, and yeah, just clean up a bit of copper off it. But really, not sure if these have got copper in there. Oh yeah. Kind of like you can just take the, yeah, they actually got transformers in there. They don't have the little copper spools that you can easily think, but yeah, I'll just remove them and throw them into transformers. Take the ICs, and not a great deal on that one. Okay, so these are those, I can't remember what they're called, semi-pack, yeah, but you know what they are. I throw these into irony alley. They're technically irony brass, but I just throw them into irony alley because I don't have irony brass section. Can't have so many bins of so many different types of things. And now we can get our nice big heatsink out. Oh well, we've got, yeah, so this cable definitely for stripping, and got some brass risers. They're nice chunky, good weight there. Yeah, so a bit of value, but like I said, they're not a super expensive, you know, thing to put together, I don't think. Oh, there's another piece of stainless, and oh, now that's actually a quite a different heat sink, because it's got a top as well, so it's just like a big block. I like that heat sink, so I should have 3 of them. Well, I'll probably keep one complete, but yeah, I might keep these heat sinks. Who knows, they might come in handy. Probably a bit awkward to work with because there's no way of really mounting anything, well, unless you screw it into the heatsink, but it's very unusual. Sort of like a block, just a box. Cool. So that was that. That was these transformers, which they call choke assembly. So, you know, must obviously work, obviously has its purpose. I mean, there's 3 of these big blocks in this thing. Okay, so all I got now is just, yeah, I want to carefully remove this, keep as much of this wire, because this all connects, can connect to the batteries. So, you know, and if you had to buy something like this, you're still going to pay good money for it, as well as just a little switch box, fuse box, or whatever it is. Yeah, I think that, you know, because maybe someone might be watching that might be interested in these batteries packs, because like I said, they should be brand new, haven't been installed yet, so there's no warping or bulging or anything. It's just a matter of getting a voltmeter and checking them out. I can't remember, I did mention before, when you put the voltmeter on them, I think it's 11 amps or 11 volts, or I don't know, to show that it's pretty good. It says float voltage 13.5 to 13.8 volts, 34 watts per cell. I would imagine there's 6 cells in them. Yeah, well, there you go. That's yeah, finally my nightmare is over for the day, and goodness gracious, interesting, very interesting. So at least I know now how to get it out of the van. Certainly got to scrap it out. It's just a lot of fiddling, but yeah, there you go. All right, and I'll play with my 144 batteries, and that'll keep me busy for a while. All right, guys, well, I hope that was a bit of fun. It was just, yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit different. I thought I was going to get it out, put the covers back on and say, here's the complete thing. And then, aside from the batteries, obviously, I wasn't going to handle them again. And, you know, I thought it was going to be a simple thing. It probably would have been a simple thing if I had it out, but I just couldn't get it out of the van. Wow, what a day. I'm buggered. I've only done one and a little pickup. The pickup was just those PCs and some monitors, not a lot, but it was just on the way back. All right, guys, well, keep scrapping, have fun, and yeah, I'm going to go and do a pickup tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll chuck that on as well. Catch you next time.